This is Loch Marina on the west coast of Scotland. Amazing surroundings. November 2021, so you got the autumn colours as well. And it's my first day sail on Jennifer, a 1977 Mirage 28. Let's see how it goes. Another view here from above Loch. Can't quite see the marina, it's tucked around the corner, but I think you'll get the idea about the location. It's pretty amazing. So getting off here shouldn't be too bad. The wind's blowing away from the pontoon. Coming back could be an issue, especially with that piling right in the way, but we'll see how this goes. As predicted, getting away from the pontoon was okay. See what's going to happen on the way back, but forecast is about 8 knots, and that's roughly what it is now, northerly, so it's quite cold, but not too bad. But if you can't go out on a day like today, when can you? So that's the sail up, just the Genoa today. Doesn't seem to have set quite how I'd like it. I don't think the mouth of it is quite open enough in relation to the wind. This is a broad reach, almost a run. But I don't like how the sheet comes down here. The angle's not right, it's not open enough, I don't think. But there's Loch back behind us, disappearing into the distance. There's a reasonable amount of space down below. Bearing in mind she's only 28 feet. That was quite exciting. I went to furling a bit of the Genoa just to be safe as I turned the corner, as I don't really know the boat yet. And it would only furl about 2 or 3 feet. So a little bit of panic stations, took me a while to figure it out, but basically there was a spinnaker halyard that I hadn't realised was attached to the front rail, and as I tried to roll the furler, it had rolled up in the system, but amazingly I managed to clear it, and the only way to get the halyard the other side of the Genoa was to unclip it and throw it round the other side of the sail and hope for the best, and amazingly it cleared itself and managed to get it sorted. So it was quite lucky, but quite hard work. Ah well, the joys of sailing. So we've now turned to starboard down the coast. Got wind on the beam, about 10 or 12 knots I think. I've got a slightly different view now. That's the ferries crossing across to Greenock and towards Glasgow, and that's looking back into Loch where we came from. Boat speed's just over 5 knots with about 3/4 of the Genoa out, so I'm very pleased with that, in only 12 knots, maybe 15. So we're going along very nicely. porpoises right behind me. I think they're common hard porpoises. Quite small, but lucky to see them. Unfortunately, have to film back in the sun to get them, but always nice to see. You actually hear their noises first, their blowholes before you see them. I think that was them again. Let's just see. There they are. 3 of them, I think. Seems to be the norm, 2 or 3 at a time. Winds died as predicted, down to less than 2 knots, 1.7, and may end up having to motor back. That's okay, although the wind will definitely pick up when I get around the corner here back into the mouth of Holy Loch. You're quite protected by all these hills, so I'd imagine there'll be a decent breeze around the corner again. The Western ferries don't hang about, very skillful captains, and they've got a good propulsion system that allows them to manoeuvre pretty easily. Quite big when you're up close. Just approaching Lazaretto Point, as it's locally known. You can see it's quite shallow on the corner, and every year boats go aground as they cut the corner off there. Difficult to see, I know, zoomed in. But there's a submarine memorial there. A lot of work here in the Second World War on submarines. And also in the 90s, the US Navy were based here. They repaired their nuclear subs in Holy Loch here. So there's quite a lot going on here at one time or another. Local dive school, we put an old ferry, an old car ferry, over a 30-metre hole there and use that for commercial diving training. Kilmun, as you can see, and Blairmore are looking lovely this time of year. I'm sure people want to tell me off for fenders left dirty washing out, as I used to be told, but it was only a quick trip, so I'm afraid I didn't get around to it. So, as predicted, the wind has built just as I got to the marina, so berthing's going to be that little bit warning. Some of the local inter-island Calmac ferries overwinter here. You see them in the distance. And for added excitement, the gear lever cable is currently fitted the wrong way around because it was too short by the previous owner. So you have to put it in astern to go forward and forward to go astern. So I will attempt to remember that, hopefully not too much under pressure. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to be able to film it because it's on my phone, so it's going to be difficult, as you can imagine. I'll let you know how it goes in a minute. You'll have to just take it from me that it went okay. Yeah, very pleased. Good little trip out. Nice to see the speed potential, sort of 5 odd knots relatively easily, so that was nice. Porpoises, bit of drama with the, which unfortunately you didn't see, or perhaps fortunately, with the auto furler wrapping itself around the spinnaker halyard, which was my fault. This is my first YouTube video. Pop some comments down below, see what you think, see if you can see anything wrong with the boat, any way I've set it up incorrectly, very possible. I certainly don't know everything, that's for sure. In fact, very little. But yeah, let us know what you think. Cheers.